Aloha tribe, aloha, it is PinkBella. Welcome everyone. This is an Instagram live and I have a transmission for everyone. I hope everyone got through the main core part of the Solstice Gateway. So I'm PinkBella from PinkBella Aloha Therapy and I offer 12 chakra and Akashic healing sessions to assist twins, twin flames, divine unions, starseeds, light workers, and also for those of you who are on a soul mission, supporting all of that as well. So lots came in. I'm going to try not to make this video too long. I will upload it on Facebook and YouTube. And as per usual, if the sound kicks out on Facebook, check out my YouTube channel. YouTube seems to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Loving at the moment. So I am many things. I am a starseed. I am a blue ray. I am a twin flame, and I'm also a light worker. And my journey shifted many, many times. I was guided to show this card today about the pyramids. My journey started like many of us as a child, of course, having abilities being shut down. I was very, very blessed that I had arranged to go to Hawaii very early on, and that was for me to remember Lemuria. And I did manage to get to Greece in the 80s, and that was my Atlantean, remembering my Atlantean connection. So there's a lot going on right now with healing both the Atlantean and Lemurian timelines for both masculines and feminines at this time, okay? So I've been going through a lot. I actually had to have a lot of rest on the weekend, and we're still integrating the Solstice Gateway. We're still receiving lots of diamond. Where's the card? Still receiving lots of diamond and rainbow light codes from the central sun, from all the portals on the planet. That's why I was guided to show this. So I had a major activation at the pyramids and the Sphinx in the 90s, and that was actually a massive download of not only my higher self and my Akashic records, but also my connection to my star family. So one other thing I wanted to share is see the way the light is coming down in this card on around Metatron. That's how the waves of light are coming down on the planet. There, many of us, I'm going to talk about this a little bit later too, because I'm actually seeing the pillars of light more and I'm working with them more, sort of like that. But the waves that are coming onto the planet now are like a big disc coming down onto everywhere on the planet. So that's why they're more intense, and they increased in March this year, okay? And that's what people were calling the event. The event is massive new light codes that are a higher frequency, different colors, different sacred geometry that are impacting everyone. And if you're on a twin flame journey, whether you're with your twin or not, both twins are receiving their codes. You're receiving your starseed codes. You're receiving your light worker codes. You're receiving that next level of your activations for your journey on this planet to help you remember, you know, your soul mission, why you came, all of that, okay? Be all real proud of yourself, how far you've come. Look how far all of you have come since the beginning of this year, and a reminder of the solar eclipse last August, which was a game changer for everyone, all right? So, where to start? Okay, so I'll just get right into the transmission, all right? We are still integrating the Solstice Gateway, and we will be, I was given this last video that we'll be integrating until July 11th, and now I know why. So we've got a full moon coming up on the 28th, so we're just going to keep rolling on through it. What's great about the full moons and the new moons is it's an opportunity to stop, clear, release, and set your intentions for the next time, right? So this is how we're all becoming, that's part of the transmission. We're all becoming master manifestors and creators now. So the diamond and light codes are we're going to continue integrating them till July 11th. From July 11th to August 11th, we have 3 eclipses. Eclipse season starts, and 2 are solar eclipses and 1 is a lunar eclipse. I will be sharing more about those coming, in coming videos. The eclipse season is huge, and for many of us, it either unites us with our twin or one aspect of our life, but eclipses really kind of divert and change our path. It's basically like a boom, 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 a really quick releasing people, things, places, so we get our higher self and our team are getting us on the right track and having us go in the right direction. And for those of you who you've experienced the solar eclipse last year, you've also been going through, we already had an eclipse season at the beginning of this year, so you know how much your life has changed already, okay? So that's coming. And for those of you who are interested, I am already booking sessions in July for the eclipse season. So if you're interested, get in touch when you can, okay? What else? All right, so we're doing that. We've got the Lionsgate happening in August, the 8/8 portal. That as well will start opening around the 27th of July. The 8/8 Lionsgate is huge for Twin Flames. It's huge for all of us now. And last year it kind of merged into the next solar eclipse. And actually this year, one of the eclipses is on the 11th of August. So again, July and August are going to be powerhouse months. And then we hit the equinox in September. So as you can see, we're accelerating. We're expanding, okay? I personally, I'll just wait for a minute. I personally have been going through this massive rewrite back here. For those of you who experience a lot of headaches or have migraines, I have so much compassion for you because that's kind of how it's felt for me the last few days, but I know what it is. So I have tried to share along the way how big the big gateways are, that we've been having little gateways on the way up to this one. This time last year, my root chakra got blown out. So some of you might right now or through the weekend might have been experiencing lower back pain, leg and feet pain. That's the lower chakra. You're getting readjusted to connect to the new earth grid. For me this time it's been upper chakras, and I got just some information today. I was in so much distress and agony that I couldn't really ask any questions, but I just knew. So this part of our head at the back has many different names for many different healers, but I've always known it as the zeal point. And when the Palladium book came to me in the 90s, when I found out I was a starseed, there's talk in there about the zeal point as well, and other healers would talk about the zeal point. This is the old brain. This is very much our entire chakra system is connected to our Akashic records, okay? So our entire chakra system carries memories, and it carries our timelines, it carries our Akashic records. So this point here is like the old brain. It's the ancient memories, and it carries a lot of information related to the Akashic records. So it wasn't until today that I found out what this was all about. It's starting to ease up now, but I have felt really like I've had like a big clamp on my head. So if you're going through that, we're going through a huge expansion. Those that are ready to have their abilities ramped up, their magical abilities ramped up to the next level. And for me, it's been very uncomfortable, but like I said, I'm starting to get out of it now. So for my personal journey, and I feel like what's happening is many divine masculines are going through this as well, besides the feminines. This is related to any trauma and any separation and pain and anxiety and grief, depression, all of that related to our timeline in Atlantis or Lemuria. If you don't resonate with that, it also could have been in Egypt or another timeline. It's like ancient wisdom that some of it's being brought forward, but a lot of it we just need to release and let go now. So we're going through a massive, like what I call a rewrite, but we're also going like it's being expanded. The light is expanding. So that's what's been happening. So it's, like I said, it's related to either Atlantis, Lemuria, maybe both, and most likely Egypt as well. So it's just information that we needed up until now that we no longer need. I didn't really need to know what it was about, but what did come to me 2 days before the gateway was it was about a trauma that my twin and I had gone through together through Atlantis. A lot of twin flames had some kind of trauma in Atlantis at the end, and that there was a separation of our souls and our energy, and an actual physical separation. So it was very sad and traumatic, and those memories have been carried in here and in our hearts and through our chakra system, okay? So that's being released. And it's also helping us now release collectively, for some of us who have been experiencing it intensely, it's been releasing collective timelines as well, because we're clearing and closing those Atlantean and Lemurian timelines. It's nice that we have our abilities from those times, but we don't need to be carrying around that information in our energy field now. We're getting lighter, we're having more energies coming in, we're getting more abilities, more of us know that we're star seeds, that sort of thing, okay? So that's another reason why I wanted to share this, because all the portals on the planet are still open. I'm currently, my grid point is Vancouver, British Columbia. We don't have pyramids here, but we have mountains here that have crystals in them. They are so active right now, and I'm really close to them, but this is also impacting this. But it's all being divinely orchestrated. So I just had to really take some time for me this past weekend and rest, okay? But I wanted to let you all know that. The portals will sort of open and close pretty well over the next couple of months. So some of you, like the eclipse season, I feel for many of us, it's going to shift our direction. Maybe a new job, maybe moving, maybe starting your own business, all of that sort of thing. Maybe if you're twin and you have been like vibrationally not a match based on law of attraction, so communication hasn't been good and there's been wounding there, the eclipses might sort of suggest to take a break. And for some of you, the twin will come forward more through this as well, because they're going to be taking a break from whatever is going on in their life. That's kind of how the eclipses work. As an example, during the solar eclipse last year, I physically packed up my car that day after I meditated that morning, and I changed locations, also known as changing timelines. So we're going to be doing a lot of timeline jumping from now until the equinox and into October, all right? So I wanted to let you all know that. Yes, write in your comments, and I will check them at the end, okay? And as always, we have solar flares. We have we're the Schumann residents on the planet. We have all sorts of things going on. So it's a day-to-day, just making sure you're taking care of yourself and hydrating. Hydration right now is so, so important. All right. So this and the healing of the Atlantean timelines, we're also healing twin flame divine union timelines, and we're just releasing. It's just old stuff that's being released. It's like old programming that has to go. Why does it have to be so painful? Not sure, but it is, and I think it's just so we know, we recognize what's happening, all right? But I do feel that a lot of this has to do with what the masculines are going through, and I feel that maybe some of the masculines out there, if you're watching, thank you, that you also might be feeling like headaches and colds and flus and sinus and stuff like right now, okay? So that was that. Let me just see. Okay. So now I'm going to get into, I just did a little mini transmission today, and I did a mini one on the weekend, so I'm just going to kind of pull that all together and let everyone know what's been happening. So for this week, let me just make sure. I just pulled one chakra message for divine masculines and feminines. I think I'll go masculines first for this week. So from now through the full moon, masculines, you got Archangel Michael and transmutation. And what's interesting is this is Thoth. This is an archetype from Egypt. But what many people don't know is that a lot of the archetypes from Egypt are connected to Atlantis. So these are from the Angels of Atlantis deck by Stuart Pearce, transmutation. So divine masculines, right now you are going through a connect up to source, which means releasing a lot of this, releasing a lot of the old brain, dissolving the ego, and having your heart activated a little bit more, heart opening. I know that lots of masculines online have been sharing about their heart opening, and that's your GPS, that's your intuition. So there's a lot of rewrite there. And transmutation is like releasing old belief systems to allow you to remember more of who you are and why you came, and to connect you to source and your higher self. So Archangel Michael's working with the masculines. On the weekend, I pulled one chakra message for masculines for the solstice, and it was the heart chakra. It's the heart chakra of the planet. That's actually the Glastonbury tour in the photo. I don't know if you can see it because there's a bit of glare, but this is the heart chakra of the planet. The planet has all these portals that are different chakras, is the Glastonbury tour. So this gateway has been about heart expansion, opening, and also the Avalon keys for us to remember about the time, about Guinevere and King Arthur, about magic, about Merlin. And a lot of that has been encoded in our energy field and our chakras to help us remember, but huge heart activation and opening for masculines right now, okay? And then also the third eye. For masculines, your third eyes are being activated, and that's for your magical abilities to come online, so you can start seeing, feeling, and having more of your intuition activated, all right? Not everyone's third eye is opening at the same level. Everyone is gradual, and that's so that you don't go into fear. So we're tested along the way through all of these gateways. When you pass the test, I went through so many tests last week. I must have been going through like 3 a day. I even went through another one yesterday, and we just have to trust, even if we feel like maybe we overreacted to something, as long as we kind of stop and breathe and readjust the energy around it, it's okay. There's a lot of things triggering a lot of people right now, so I just wanted to share that with you. The third eyes will start to open once the heart and the throat are unified, and I did a lot of that during sessions the last couple of weeks, so thank you so much. And everyone kind of going forward, that's still going to be part of the sessions. We're still unifying the solstice gateway and energies. Okay, there's no wrong time to book a session, because your higher self and team are organizing my schedule and your schedule. And the other thing I keep forgetting, it's now in the email that I send out. As soon as you book a session and purchase a session, your healing starts. So if you book an Akashic healing session and you don't have a session for a couple of weeks, your healing already starts. Your team and the angels and your higher self are already working with you to help detox and balance and configure everything to make sure that it's not like overwhelming on the day of our session, okay? So thank you for everyone who's booked sessions. I'm so grateful for all of you. It's been so amazing. Okay, so that's the masculines, and the main word is transmutation, and you're being connected more to source of more of your crown chakras, connecting up to source and the higher chakras, all right? Divine Feminine, your main chakra for this week is the 11th Divine Feminine. I call it the Galactic Chakra. The main word is cherish. So self-love is key right now. Cherish yourself. Treat yourself the way you want others to treat you, and about inner child healing, making sure as long as our inner child is happy, everything flows and the vibration is so much different. This is also the 11th chakra, like I said, the Galactic Chakra, the Divine Feminine Galactic Chakra. So many of you, we all carry Divine Feminine energy and masculine energy, but you're remembering more that you're a starseed. And I just updated my website, and in Starseed sessions, I will be liaisoning more with your family and bringing in more information for you as well, okay? So that's been updated. So cherish is the keyword for Divine Feminine. The message for Divine Feminines for the gateway was the Earth Star. It says stillness. So if any of you are having like leg, feet, lower back, this is me last year, because your energy field and your team are trying to connect your root chakra down to the Earth Star, and which is part of the new 5th dimensional grid within the planet. So last year I didn't know that, and I ended up having massive back pain for 2 days and was in bed for 2 days. This gateway, I had the head thing, but at least I'm able to walk and function. But for some of you, you might be experiencing the lower legs, the lower feet, because your energy field is trying to connect to the grid. So it says stillness, but this is about being connected more to 5D and the grid within the planet and around the planet, and also, withdrawing from the matrix, withdrawing from drama, choosing peace in each moment. This is also about soul mission and abundance, and I'll share more about that at the end as well, okay? With that going on, with all of this going on, the best insights, because our third eyes are opening to Divine Feminines. So see this person hugging a tree. Best way to balance right now is to be out in nature and hug a tree, honestly. Like the last few days, I went to my trees and I put my third eye up against the tree, which a friend showed me years ago, and honestly, that gave me the most relief. So the trees are here to help us integrate everything that we're going through right now. So I just wanted to share that with you, okay? All right, so that's the feminines. Let me see. So I've talked a little bit about some of the chakra healing. So I offer unique color ray Akashic sessions now. And the most recent one is the pink ray for self-love and keeping our vibration high and releasing depression and grief and that sort of thing. This is a card that I was guided to show a couple weeks ago, and I didn't get a chance to show it. So this is the Three of Swords, and it says heartache. So a lot of us, when we go through these gateways, everything in the lower chakras will come up and out. And that's the sadness, the grief. And sometimes it feels like it's over amplified. But for those of you on a twin flame journey or wishing for a divine partnership, we need to go through all this integrating and detoxing before we're with that other person, because the energy it mirrors. So it's like a big, huge flashlight shining on all the wounds, and the wounds have to be healed to a certain point. So when I went through, so I do all of the work on myself first before I offer and share it with all of you. When I went through my own version at the beginning of June of healing wounds, I was shown that there were still some swords in my heart. So I literally worked with my team and on the Akashic Records to have the swords removed. This is what a lot of souls are going through right now, and they're also, and divine masculines as well, for the hearts to open and heal the wounds. The swords will need to come up and out, okay? We chose our families, and we chose our wounding in childhood. We all have it, so that we would know what the wounds were. So we would know what we needed to focus on. For most of us, it's self-love. It's not lack of love, not being loved, and not being supported, and abandonment. Those are many of the main wounds that we all came to heal. Twins over amplify that when they're together, because most twins have the same wound from childhood. So both twins, if you've met your twin, or you're being prepared to meet your twin, you're going to be going through some kind of triggering and purging before that. And that's the same with them as well. And oftentimes, and this is what I share in sessions, but oftentimes you meet, you activate each other, you kind of reboot each other, and then both parties have to go off and do their own work. And that could take days, it could take a year or two. And it's just about us all at this point being sovereign beings who treat ourselves with love, we're all learning what self-love is, and being in the now and going slow and being patient and kind with yourself. That is what the universe and source and our higher selves are looking at. They're looking to see how well we're treating ourselves, okay? And then they bring the twin or a divine partner that's a vibrational match to that, and they've done their work too, all right? Okay, let me see. Just make sure I've got everything. Okay, so the latest, so the Akashic Records, I'll just review this a little bit. I have created videos before. The Akashic Records are everything we've ever said, done, been in this timeline, or past lives or other timelines. So a whole bunch of us came in to do everything, like myself. A whole bunch of us came in and we're Starseeds, and we're Lightworkers, and we're Twin Flames, and we're healing, areas. We're healing families, bloodlines. We're doing all sorts of things. So all of that information is in our chakra system, and that's connected to the Akashic Records, including this, and a lot in the lower chakras, okay? So when we go through these gateways, we go through another massive. That's why we want to let things go. That's why we want to sort of let people, places, things go. We attract to us our lessons until we get it, and we can shift it, and then we can move on, all right? So that's what a lot of masculines are at right now. A lot of you divine masculines, you're at the self-loved, saying no, taking care of you. And for divine feminines, you're there too. And that's awesome. That's where we all want to be. Okay, so the latest, let me just show this. And I was... pulled some cards today. I actually absolutely was given this message for all of us, and this was my expansion through the gateway. That so much of us have done so much of our personal work now, and it's absolutely important to understand we're co-creating our reality with Source and with our higher self. And what that means is, if we've got belief systems around abundance and money and all sorts of things, including love, because it's all connected, we're going to keep going around in circles. So I was guided to just share a little bit about abundance today, okay? And that it's infinite. The universe is infinite. But when we incarnated, we took on belief systems about money from society, if we're male or female, from our families, from other timelines. And the other timelines, a big one, is to do with Atlantis, and that's what I was given today. So because we chose to come in and be light and love, but something happened to a lot of us, and it might not be Atlantis, it might be another timeline, but for a lot of us it is, something traumatic happened when money was introduced, and many of us have been doing things, healing and everything, for free. So that is being challenged at this time for a lot of you, okay? And I just went through another level and layer of clearing that I had to do around this as well. So the word that came to me yesterday for myself and for all of you is we're unlimited. We're unlimited. We've placed limits in our chakras and from the Akashic records, from other timelines or this timeline. It's old programming. It's not true, but we have to go through some kind of process to clear and release it. All right. So the affirmation for today, if I can remember it, let me just think of this. We are unlimited and abundant beings. We are unlimited and abundant beings. So you're going to hear me say that word unlimited. And anytime we're worried about money or we worried about something and we focus on that and we have to catch our mind, our mind will grab something, the ego will grab something and say it over and over again. So if you say, I'm broke, the ego will just keep going around and around saying, you're broke, you're broke. And then the universe will bring that to us. So this is something, and a lot of the abundance and money programming is from our families, and it's from other timelines, past lives. So that's what I'm promoting right now is the Emerald Green Ray Abundance Activation Akashic Session. It's on special this week. It's on my website. I already set everything up yesterday. And I even had a client who had booked the Blu-ray session message me today, and she said, can we focus on abundance? So your abundance and your soul mission are connected. Your self-love is connected. And what the Akashic Sessions do is we with your higher self and with the angels, go to the Akashic Records and do a clean out and a detox and activate the abundance that you deserve, okay? So I wanted to share that with you because that's super important. And it is related to, you all have a soul mission. You all have a life purpose, all right? You all do. For some of you, it might be to do with your family and raising your kids. For some of you, it might be like you've been working in 3D, but you want to do something else, and it might be a gradual thing. So the abundance and the soul mission are completely connected, and it's connected to our belief system. So you can go and read it on my website, but the Akashic Emerald Green sessions, I usually tap in with your higher self for all of them. Your healing will start as soon as you book a session, because everyone who comes to me will say, oh my gosh, I booked a session 2 weeks ago and the healing's already started. We do a talk, a sharing, I give you some tools, we do a meditation at the end, and basically you're unplugged from anything that might be preventing you from moving forward. So I just was guided to show a couple of messages from my team and from Source, okay? You guys are all fully protected with what you're doing, what you came here to do. Any old fears that we have around sharing our truth and being what we need to be, it's just old programming that we're releasing now. We're at an awesome time on the planet. There's been a huge, massive shift of many, many souls now that are awake. So we're going to be outnumbering those that are in fear. Plus, there's so many masculines that are coming up and online. And once more masculine, I'm getting goosebumps. Once more masculines get on their soul mission and their hearts are open, boom, it's game on. Okay, we're at the good part. Everything that you've been doing has been giving you strength and courage to keep going. So it's made you resilient and given you tools for your journey. And the other final one is like you're fully supported on this journey and on your mission, okay? So for many of us as twins, the activation from the twin was for self-love and to learn that we're creating our own reality and that we're strong and we're resilient, and that for most of us, it's like getting a boot up the butt to start with the soul mission. Get on with the soul mission and more will come. So I wanted to share that all with you, okay? All right, and this is for masculines too. A lot of masculines have been holding the structure of 3D together, and now waves of masculines are going to be popping out of that and starting their soul missions as well. Okay, let me see. So I wanted to share that. All right, all of the Akashic Color Ray sessions are still on special. You guys can go check out my website. Everything's in the comments, okay? Some things with our magical abilities, with our third eyes opening that I've been working with, and this might be coming up for some of you. So originally when my third eye started to open, I would see a little bit of energy around people, but I would see orbs and flashes of light. So for me, the orbs are getting larger. I'm seeing new colors, and I'm starting to see pillars of light. And I will be offering sessions with pillars of light soon. That's coming. I wanted to just give you a heads up about that. I'm also going to be starting to offer distance healing and like not verbal sessions on Skype, but that I will be doing healing and activations for you from a distance, and also animal healing too. So I was guided to announce that. I don't know when that's coming, but it is. Okay. So I think that that's it. Let me just see if there's anything else. Maybe just, here, let me just see. Archangel Michael wants to pop in. So this sovereignty card. So a lot of the twin flame and divine partnership connections activated egos in both souls, both divine feminine and masculine. And it was for us to push up and out old programming about relationships, the codependency, the neediness, which is what we've been programmed to be and do. Movies, books, all of that. For a lot of souls, including myself, it has been interesting on this journey to be single. Like now it's cool to be single, but for many years it was like, oh, you're not married? Oh, you don't have children? What's wrong with you? So we went through a lot of that. We've shifted that. For some of the masculines, they too have had a hard time being alone. So for those of us that have pushed through all that, your alone time is your time to connect with your higher self. It's for self-love, and it's to connect to source, okay? That's the other message too. It's so much easier to connect directly to source now, and I talk about that in sessions. It really became easier this time last year, and it's a lot easier now to connect to source every day and to connect to Gaia. We have to do both now to manifest. So these big gateways start shifting all of us energetically a little bit more to the fifth dimensional grid within the earth and around the earth, and it has to be done in waves and gradually, okay? So I just wanted to let you know that we're all receiving lots and lots of light activations. Everyone's exactly where they need to be, and that the masculines, the intention was for them to be a bit behind, so we would step into our power and be sovereign and be okay about where we're at, and knowing, I've got abilities. I need to be, I'm just trying to find that card. I need to be helping people, and what, how can I serve? Why did I come here? So that's it. Archangel Michael just wants to remind everyone that true 5D partnerships, whether a twin flame journey or a divine union, two sovereign beings who have tools, connect to source, have their hearts open, doing their own personal work, because those unions that you're going to be stuff, if there's anything left in the lower chakras, it is going to be mirrored. It's going to be right in your face. So we all got to have the tools to do our own clearing, okay? So I just want to share that with you. None of you have done anything wrong if you're not with your twin or you're not with a divine partner. I went through this last year because I went through a chosen separation for my twin flame, because I could see that he was needing some more time to do his own work. And I remember having a conversation with my team and my higher self saying, did I fail? I felt like I failed my mission. So I'm going to share this all with you because this might be on point for your journey too. I do bring in messages from your higher self and your team during the sessions for your specific journey as well, whether it's soul mission or starseed, all of that. But my message was no. My last time I saw my twin was the activation that we both needed. We both got massive downloads together that my twin needed his own time to find his own tools, to open up his own box, to open up his abilities, to clear his own fear, to find his own tools to clear and connect to source. And that I completed what I needed to complete. And I was okay with that because I thought, you know what, I needed to find my own way and have my own tools. So that's what a lot of the masculines are doing. They're finding their own way. They're connecting to source, God, the universe, any way you want to say it. How that works, the heart has to open. How does the heart open? The wounds have to be healed. So see how amazing this was all set up? Yeah. So it's accelerating now. I've actually seen some masculines online in the last 2 weeks go boom. Like their hearts are open. They believe in twin flame journeys, all of that. Like it's happening. So I just want to let you all know that, okay, that this is, Archangel Michael's just saying your lessons to be sovereign and be on your own and not be with your beloved has been for you to heal your wounds, get some tools to do so you know how to clear, get grounded, and find your soul mission and share your gifts. All right. So I think that's it. I'm just going to go up and see, just see if there's anything. Let me just check it. So Gina is experiencing head stuff the past few days as well and feeling low today. Yeah, I know. These gateways will, like I said, Gina, will push up anything up and out. So if you're feeling low, I've gone through that too the last couple of weeks. Find some tools that will help you shift out of it. That's the best thing we can do. Water, sea salt baths, nature, music. It's up to us to actually go, you know what? So what we do is we notice, okay, we always think that when we're with somebody, they're not giving us what we need, and that's why we feel that way. But actually now what we're realizing is we're carrying this. We all came in with wounds. We all came in with abandonment, grief, sadness. So now it's up to us to find the tools to shift that on our own. So rose quartz has been my best friend since March, and just something a little like that, you know. So hopefully that helps you. Yeah, we're all shifting it. Depression, grief, sadness is an energetic program in our lower chakras and a wound in our heart. Okay, mission within is saying game on. That's right. Hi, Lisa. No, I'm not pulling cards today. I'm just sharing a transmission. Thanks, though. Thank you for being here. Jen Soleil experiencing a lot of pain around this currently. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to share, Jen, what you've been experiencing pain around, but let's put it this way. These big gateways, whatever pain you have, whether it's a current timeline or a past timeline, it's going to be amplified. So a couple of weeks ago, there was a and I created another video about that a couple of weeks ago. There was a massive outpouring of grief and sadness on the planet, and every single soul that did not have the tools to deal with it, a lot of people transitioned that week. I'm not going to get into who the famous people were, but that was the week where all the wounding got pushed up and out, and you all actually have some tools to help you, okay? So and if you don't, then book a session with myself or someone else, because that's what I do. I give you tools to work with your higher self and to help you through these kind of things. But we can't rely on the old 3D structure to help us through the pain in our heart or physical pain. We have to kind of work through it. Let's see what Jen says. Jen's got pain around twin pulling away, blaming me for having done wrong last year. Okay, Jen, I've been here. I've been through it all. My twin and I have been through it all. So what you do is, if this person wasn't your twin, and you were, let's say it's a friend or a family member, and you're feeling these feelings like there's either arguing or anguish or all of that, you choose yourself, you choose self-love. And the thing with the pulling away from the twin is, or the twin pulling away from us, is there's a abandonment wound. And like I said, I help through that during sessions, but there's a wound there. We came in with the wound, and both of us have to work on it on our own and be okay about it. It's a tough one, but it's absolutely possible. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're very welcome, everyone. Yeah. The twin pulling away is a pattern. And if you think about your life, the twin pulling away is not the only person that's ever pulled away that's created this pain. So that's how we dig deeper, right? So then we go, well, wait a minute, I've always had this pain. So when did this pain start? Maybe something happened in your childhood. Maybe something happened with the parents or a sibling, or in school where you felt like not loved and not worthy. So that's the thing, is the twin just amplifies it. So just always remember that whatever wounding is coming our way, it's being mirrored to us so we can heal it. This twin flame divine partnership journey, we're very brave to come in and do this. This is a 5D higher self coming into both bodies, sovereign to sovereign beings, connecting and going forward together as equal. Emperor and Empress, King and Queen, right? The old 3D relationships is, why don't you love me? You need to love me. Oh, you guys are going to laugh. This will be my final thing. A friend of mine reminded me, I watched Bruce Almighty for the first time in a long time. And there's a scene at the end when Bruce is trying to get Jennifer Aniston to love him, and he's like screaming at her, and he's trying to use all his God powers, love me, love me. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's what happens in twin flames. Twins get triggered to such a point of like, oh my gosh, why don't you love me? But the thing is that we have to love ourselves, and we have to be able to find a way to connect with the universal energies every day that we get filled up. And it's a day, one day at a time. And if I can do it all, you can do it all, okay? So it's not, we can't, this is the old thing, okay. The old, I don't have a drawing, but the old 3D relationship is like the infinity symbol. We were always, but it wasn't even that, it's just a straight line. We were trying to receive Source's love from another person. We can't do that anymore. The game changed last year, and it really changed as of March this year. We no longer can try and receive all the love that we need from another person. We have to connect up to Source, and we have to connect to the Earth. That's the big shift. So that's what I help you all with. That's what I empower you with. That tool came to me for all of you last solstice, last June solstice. So yeah, my twin and I were in separation. I woke up one morning and I thought, well, I don't want to get the energy from him because he's way over there and we're not really talking. So how do I do it? And it's pretty easy now to connect with Source. Because we're further in on the journey, the ascension journey. We have more beautiful energy coming onto the planet. I'll give you a real simple tool to connect with Source. Be out in nature. That's the Source energy is Gaia, and nature are Source's energy, and you can feel the energy out there. Okay, and just sit there and breathe it in, and receive it. You know, that's part of our journey. Is many of us have a hard time receiving. And a good practice is just a daily walk out in nature if it's not too hot. If you're living somewhere too hot, then find a cool time like sunset or sunrise or something, okay? All right, beautiful souls, I have to run. Again, if you would like unique color Akashic session for your soul mission, your abundance, your twin flame journey, all of that, everything is on special on my website. The emerald green abundance sessions are marked down even a little bit more, so check it out. I am booking up, like I said, I'm already booking into July, but we've got eclipses in July, and we've got the Lion's Gate in August, and then we have the equinox in September. So boom, boom, boom. We got lots of stuff happening. All right, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a beautiful evening and rest of the week, okay? I'll be back as soon as there's more information and I get another transmission. Bye, everyone.